When it comes to NFL free agency, the allure of flashy signings can often blind even the most seasoned executives. Big names, big numbers, and big headlines dominate the offseason. But just as often, those headline-grabbing contracts age poorly. The Dallas Cowboys, long known for their fiscal conservatism, under the stewardship of owner and de facto GM Jerry Jones, have been criticized for sitting out the annual free agent frenzy. But in 2024, that approach proved to be not just prudent, but brilliant. This time, the Cowboys didn't just save money, they dodged a $110 million disaster. Let's rewind to the 2024 NFL offseason. The Cowboys were under mounting pressure to bolster their defensive front. Fans were clamoring for a move, any move, to shore up the interior defensive line. And at the top of everyone's wish list, Christian Wilkins. Fresh off a career year in Miami, Wilkins looked like a generational get. 9 sacks, 23 quarterback hits, 61 pressures, a 69.2 run defense grade from PFF. He was a one-man wrecking crew, a unicorn, an interior defensive lineman who could both stuff the run and disrupt the quarterback. Wilkins, a former first-round pick in 2019, seemed like the ideal pairing alongside Dallas's rising star, Osa Odighizuwa. But then came the sticker shock. The Las Vegas Raiders, under former GM Tom Telesco, broke the bank. Wilkins inked a jaw-dropping deal. 4 years, $110 million, with $82.75 million guaranteed. That's $27.5 million per year, making him one of the highest-paid defenders in the league. Period. Cowboys fans, desperate for a splash, were irate. Social media lit up with frustration. Pundits questioned Jones's frugality. Once again, the Cowboys had passed on a marquee player, but behind the scenes, Dallas was playing chess while the rest of the league was playing checkers. Fast forward to the 2025 season, and the decision looks nothing short of genius. Wilkins played just 5 games in his debut season with the Raiders due to a nagging foot injury. Now, approaching age 30, the once elite disruptor is facing serious durability concerns. What was once hailed as a franchise-altering signing has quickly turned into a financial anchor around the Raiders' neck. Lou Scatalia of NFL Spin Zone even dubbed it one of the worst contracts in football. This wasn't just bad luck, it was bad business. The Raiders bet the house on a player with a high motor but a mounting injury history, and they paid dearly. Meanwhile, the Cowboys took the road less traveled, again, and it made all the difference. Rather than overpay for Wilkins or any of the other high-priced DTs on the market like Grover Stewart, DJ Reader, or Sheldon Rankins, Dallas stayed the course. Their target wasn't outside the building, it was already on the roster. In March 2025, the Cowboys locked up Osa Odighizuwa, one of the league's premier interior pass rushers, with a new contract, and they did it at an absolute steal. Odighizuwa's extension pays him $20 million annually, placing him 15th among interior defensive linemen. Even more impressive, his $39 million in fully guaranteed money ranks just 12th at the position. For a player who ranked top 7 in pressures, sacks, quarterback hits, and pass rush grade in true pass sets, that's an absolute bargain. This is the kind of calculated investment that builds sustained success. The Cowboys not only saved nearly $8 million per year compared to the Wilkins deal, but they also secured a younger, healthier, and arguably more productive player in Odighizuwa. It's the definition of smart team building. Reward your own talent, maintain cap flexibility, and avoid overreactions to market hype. And make no mistake, Wilkins wasn't the only big name Cowboys Nation had their eyes on. There wasn't a defensive tackle on the 2024 free agent board that didn't receive calls for Jones to pursue. But by resisting temptation and trusting their internal development, Dallas ended up with a better player at a better price. It's rare in today's NFL that not making a move becomes the defining move. But that's exactly what happened here. In an offseason where overpayment became the trend, the Cowboys became the outlier and the winner. Looking ahead, the Cowboys are set up beautifully. With Odighizuwa locked in at below market value and a defense that continues to ascend under Dan Quinn, Dallas is poised for a deep playoff push. Meanwhile, the Raiders are left with a costly regret and a massive hole on their defensive front. Jerry Jones often takes heat for being too conservative, too loyal to his wallet, and too reluctant to chase stars. But every now and then, that old-school approach delivers gold. In 2024, it delivered something even better. A $110 million bullet dodged, a core player retained, and a blueprint for long-term defensive dominance. Sometimes the best moves are the ones you never make. Shit.